there. Today, I am going to talk to you about legalizing the death penalty and why it should be enforced throughout the United States today. Ultimately, legalizing the death penalty would decrease the reoccurring crime rates amongst convicted felons of today. Around 54% of convicted felons that escape from prison end up recommitting these crimes and oftentimes end up killing more individuals and causing more problems of today. Around 75% that end up being released from prison after they have served their sentence end up recommitting crimes as well because they simply did not learn their lesson during their time in jail. Oftentimes, these individuals, they may serve a certain amount of time in prison, but then they'll be placed on parole for another allotted amount of time. There's about a 15% chance that these individuals on parole will recommit their crimes as well. So ultimately, with those numbers, if we could just prevent this from happening altogether by enforcing the death penalty to the people that deserve it for their crimes, this would cause less problems. Also, we have to worry about the victims and their families. Oftentimes, whenever you have these victims of the killers or so on, if they escape or go on parole or so on and so forth, if they get back out, you have to worry about their families because they could be targeted as well, and that could in turn cause higher crime rates and more deaths. By enforcing the death penalty, we would prevent overpopulation of our prison systems by large numbers. You see daily that in the United States, there's about an 8% amount of people in the United States that go into the prison systems each week. And if you look at the numbers on how many people are actually released, the numbers don't match up whatsoever. So it's a big problem having to house all of these individuals for an allotted amount of time, whenever we could enforce the death penalty to the people that are available. So with this, we also have to pay more tax dollars. The people that work and have insurance and so on and so forth, we pay out millions of dollars each year to prison systems and multiple other systems. So with this, if we had less people being housed in the prison system each year, it would be ultimately millions less that would have to be paid. So our taxes could be cut essentially close to 25% less each year. With this though, I would say that I do believe that they should still serve a certain sentence before we enforce the death penalty. If they make their victims suffer, we should make them suffer by staying in prison for this amount of time and making them do their community service, making them clean and do multiple means of other things, because you shouldn't just get off by just getting the death penalty, because then it's like you did nothing. Also with this, if you look, there's multiple states that enforce their death penalty differently. Alabama, Florida, Kentucky, South Carolina, Tennessee, and Virginia, they all use electrocution as their means of enforcing the death penalty. If you look in Arizona and California, they use lethal gas. in Utah, they have their own firing squads that they've hired to go out and do this. So if you look at it, I believe that there should be multiple means of execution in each state, so that a way the person who is up for the death penalty can be executed in a way that they had killed their victims. And it just seems more fair that way, that they be treated as such. So, in conclusion, like I said, I just think reinforcing the death penalty across the United States would cut tax dollars, decrease crime rates, and much other things. If you look at the percentages and whatnot, it's a really good thing for today. So, thank you.